Welcome back to Squawk. The yen has been in focus for its weakness of late, and here's how it's faring right now. The weaker currency encouraging tourism into Japan. It brings down the cost of your bowl of noodles, helping, among other things, boosting tourism and hotels. And that pickup in the economy prompting Red Planet Hotels to pump more money into Japan. The hotel operator's out with a Japan 2020 vision, perfect clear vision, aiming to set up 20 hotels there by 2020. They're going to be bringing their Tune brand of hotels, which, well, they basically market as very, very affordable. Everybody can stay, or something like that. Sounds kind of like Air Asia, doesn't it? Tim Hansing, CEO, Red Planet Hotels, joins us in a first on CNBC. Good to have you with us on the show.
Thanks.
So, getting into Japan, that's going to be quite different, though, isn't it, than your the major footprint that you've landed in many parts of Southeast Asia. I imagine that you are very popular with backpackers, you know, younger people, students, basically on a hiatus. How's that appeal going to work in Japan?
Well, I think it's quite interesting, Benny, because we spent the last sort of 3 years developing out the Tune brand in Southeast Asia, and you know, there's a lot of tourism now being encouraged into Japan, and we're going to use that, if you like, the familiarity of the Tune concept to help international visitation into Japan and to attract those international visitors. What we've done, though, is we've had to slightly amend our product, whereby you're familiar with the product where we have a lot of add-ons that you can buy, your air conditioning and your towels.
Right.
So we've included those as a package. So the add-ons that to compete with the sort of the Japanese budget sector.
Right.
Our USP there is more the fact that we're young, bright, energetic, and fun, because the budget hotel sector in Japan is very, very boring, very poor value for money, and I'm very tired.
All right. Tim, say hi to Kaori, my partner in Tokyo. She's sick and tired of putting up people that insist on visiting her at the Grand Hyatt there and is looking for a more affordable alternative.
Good morning.
Thanks, Bernie. Hi, Tim. Explain to me your business model here in the Japanese market at the time when the real estate market looks like it's set to move higher, particularly in some of the prime areas. How does that fit in with your growth model here over the next decade and a half?
Well, we've spent some time acquiring 40% of a listed vehicle in Japan, so we're now the controlling shareholders of that. That's just been renamed as Red Planet Hotels, Red Planet Japan. And we're using that vehicle to drive our business model forward. We're also using it in conjunction, in the future we'll be using it in conjunction with a REIT that we plan to set up. So hopefully that's going to, well, our estimates are that's going to work from the economics perspective. We have raised $20 million in the fourth rights issue in the history of the NASDAQ, and we're using that with our 2020 vision to roll out 20 hotels across Japan. Starting already, we've opened one in Okinawa. We have one under construction in Tokyo already. And so far, so good. We hope to make a few more exciting announcements later on this month or next.
Tim, question for you. As investors, we're often trying to figure out whether Abenomics is going to be successful or not. So hearing an infrastructure investor place long-term bets in Japan is interesting. How do you think through Abenomics? Specifically, how do you think through the third arrow, labor reform, and whether it will be successful or not?
I think it needs to be successful. You know, that's, I guess, one of the challenges we have is that, if you like, tight labor market. One of the interesting things is obviously the NASDAQ is at an all-time high since 2008, which is encouraging for us as well, and we can see inflation coming through in Japan. The other thing is when we go there and you sort of burn a bit of shoe leather on the streets, you can really feel there's this palpable sense of optimism in the country, which is very, very encouraging for us. And so far, so good. Cautiously optimistic in Japan. Things seem to be going the right way.
Tim, great to see you again. Good luck in Japan, okay?
Thank you very much.
And check them out as they pop up. Tim Hansing, Red Planet Hotels. More with Alex from UBS in a little bit. And Marty, I think the markets, oh gosh, time really flies by. We got markets starting at the top of the hour. We'll check you in on what to expect in a bit.